And I do apologize. The only reason I'm like, he know I just put this camera up. He wasn't even over here this whole time. Say hi, Zoser. Say hi. He don't know where I put the camera at. Long story short, y'all. I had to do the Scuddy Scared skit part 3. It might be a hold off for the Scuddy Scared skit for about a week. Because I want to get more people treated to those 3. So, with that being stated, today is day 3 about facts about me, and I already know what the facts are or is. I hate liars. Lol. Let me tell you, I feel like I'm so understanding, and I'm so not judgmental that it don't. He thought the camera was right there, and it's not. The camera is right there if you look at it near the TV. But anyways, I'm so understanding, and I'm not judgmental that I don't see why anybody would think that they got a lot of me about anything. You feel what I'm saying? And I just don't, like, I don't. I will never understand it. I will never understand a liar. I'm not saying that I never lie, because, of course, people lie on job applications and tell little white lies here and there. But, however, 90 or 98% of my life, I am going to tell you the truth. And yeah, it is because I don't trust empathy, but it is also because that I'd rather you live with the truth rather than you walk around looking dumb living with a lie. I don't care what it is. No. Rather you know the truth. I feel like I care more about you by me telling you the truth. You feel me? Then, so that's that, y'all. So I do got 2 videos, well, probably like 1 video to watch, because it say his friend snitched on him. I really do want to watch that one, that dark one. But then I also see Jitty posted something. Hi, baby. Here, come on. Say hi, everybody. You want to, hold on, y'all. Do this to y'all cats. Hold on, wait. No, wait. Don't do that. Let him stretch down. You see how he's stretching out. What was wrong with you? Why you acting all mean? Go on, then. I ain't gonna bother you. My bad. You all up on our business. I mean, he all wiggle his legs like he want to get down. Boy. Anyways, you're fake. Yeah, so. Don't steal my candy. I'll move my chips if you want to sit up there, but please don't eat my candy. Thank you. And, yes, he's still candy, y'all. He's still Fruities and Highlanders. His favorite flavor is the, fruit punch Fruities and the strawberries, and then in Highlanders, he like the green apple. I don't know. But, y'all, I'm starving. I got me some peace rolls. I got me some chips. I got some candy right there, some Airheads, and I got some little jalapenos for my chips. And I got me a little garlic sauce for my, peace rolls, because I got some Chick-fil-A ranch and like the actual bottle of Chick-fil-A ranch and all that other stuff, but I wanted my garlic sauce. I ain't really in a fan of that for now. For a drink, I'll probably drink me some water. But yeah, let's get ready to it, y'all. I'm ready. Y'all know I'm finna move y'all up. I probably should take y'all with me. I probably should go give me a little bit of return. Let me take y'all with me. That's Flacco, y'all here talking about something totally different than we ain't finna watch right now. I think we watched it the other day. But why Tyler? Let's get it. Don't come bringing your big butt up here. Don't come sitting up here. No. And I'm not playing. Yes, I have on shorts. Sticker. No, honey.
If you live in a Michigan zip code and have 0 DUIs in the last 5 years,
y'all hear him? This how greedy he is. Here. Do you want to try the garlic sauce? I know you don't like it. Right, okay. Exactly. Y'all, this is the garlic sauce that you get on a chicken shawarma. I promise you it's amazing.
Bad news for Lil Durk, man. The prosecutors,
and I baked my pizza rolls.
If you watched our last video, you know that Lil Durk and his attorneys, they filed multiple motions accusing the state of not really having a probable cause or reason to have Lil Durk indicted, because they really haven't provided any specific or any real reason why they believe that Lil Durk was involved in this murder for hire. And they also said, yo, Lil Durk shouldn't even be indicted because the Attorney General don't even have the right to indict him because he wasn't properly sworn in. But the prosecutors have responded and they said, listen, bro, all right, like this narrative, right, that we just indicted Lil Durk with no evidence, none whatsoever, and we are relying on rap lyrics, it's nonsense, it's hogwash. Right?
Is it though?
We have a lot of reasons.
I need to know because I don't know what they got on Durk.
Involved in this murder for hire. One of the things that caught my eye in their response opposing Lil Durk's motion to dismiss is apparently there's an unindicted co-conspirator who is telling the feds information about multiple murder for hires that Lil Durk is involved in. So what the feds are saying is, listen, this is just not a murder for hire. This is also a racketeering in a RICO case. So hence, even if you want to dismiss certain things or you feel like certain things were not absolutely clear, you can't get away from that OTF is a criminal enterprise and racketeering were involved. And one of the instances they're trying to prove that racketeering is involved here is apparently, right, the affidavit further stated that, well, confidential witness one provided information about shootings and other overt actions that OTF members and associates took to commit violence on behalf of OTF. This is where racketeering comes in. So even if Lil Durk gets found not guilty of the murder for hire, the racketeering is still here. The affidavit then provided a specific example of racketeering activity in which defendant banks and other OTF members participated, specifically in Atlanta robbery turned shootings in which defendant Lil Durk and King Von were both charged with attempted murder and participated in criminal street gang activities. But then it gets worse, bruh. I don't know, all right, if the unindicted co-conspirator is adding some sauce to it, but that boy told the feds
that's gonna be my cover photo.
Called a hit on 6 people. And they would say he provided them credible information about the 6 hits that Lil Durk asked OTF members to commit. More specifically, following the murder of King Von, the affidavit further disclosed that confidential witness one knew that Lil Durk placed other monetary bounties for the murder of people with whom defendant Banks was feuding, including 6 other individuals. The affidavit also listed significant evidence cooperating confidential witness accounts of Lil Durk involvement in SR's murder. What I'm not going to do is sit here and look y'all in y'all eyes and lie to y'all people. That's what I'm not going to do.
Who is SR?
I'm not going to sit here and say, oh my God, what? You're lying on Lil Durk. Man, listen, man. If you listen to Lil Durk's music, if you listen to Lil Durk's admissions, or man, listen, man. Right?
If you fucking with Durk
on his ops heads,
you're gonna know.
The most obvious thing, I think, like even the biggest Lil Durk advocate, bro, can admit, bro, Lil Durk was putting bags in people's heads, bro. Yeah,
what's up,
they was terrified of Lil Durk, not because Lil Durk was because Lil Durk was a bag man, bro. Right, Lil Durk had a reckless regard. Lil Durk was gonna get you if he wanted to get you. That's just a fact. But does that really prove that he put a bag on Quano Rondo's head? I don't think so. All right, would that play a huge factor in this Quano Rondo case? I don't think so. All right, that's just from my perspective, because even like one of the people that they claimed that Lil Durk put a bounty on, all right,
because he was looking weird.
However, the city of Chicago said they had no intentions on charging Lil Durk for that murder whatsoever. So a lot of these things, to be honest, bro, is to kind of paint the RICO picture. But I don't know, bro. All right, if you don't have the murder for hire, because there are a couple of things you must prove to prove a RICO.
Y'all.
Right? I believe things like
I'm
arson
telling y'all.
is arson and a murder, or right, like there's various statutes that you have to prove 2 of those for it to be considered a RICO. The murder for hire is just one of those statutes they have to prove, and there's something else for it to be a RICO. Mm-hmm. So I don't feel like they will have enough for the RICO per se. Now the murder for hire to me is 50-50. It could go like anyway. Now one of the things that Lil Durk did say in his motion to dismiss.
This be my thing, right?
Listen, Your Honor. All right.
Months back they were just talking about how Dirk had the plane tickets, call-offs, all that, like the receipts for paying for these niggas travel to go kill these dudes. What makes you India finna?
They brought faulty evidence to the grand jury. They told the grand jury that I dropped a song where I'm admitting to my involvement in the Quando Rondo Lil Pop murder. And this song that they provided to the grand jury is actually a song that I made months before Quando Rondo's cousin Lil Pop's murder. So because they're providing these affidavits, this is defamatory, it's false, and it must be thrown out.
Right.
The prosecutors told Lil Durk, bro, you don't think we slicker than that? You don't think that we slicker than... Yo, you think we make all this money? You think we've been doing this and indicting criminals?
More than likely it's my hair. Me and my cats. And it's curly, so it's mine.
Durk, we are experts. Experts in semantics, Lil Durk.
Right, okay.
So the prosecutors responded, and I'll be real, bro. Reading this made me mad, man. Because you could tell they know what they're doing and they're being slick with it. Lil Durk and his attorneys had a very big issue with this excerpt from the affidavit. They will say, this is false. This is a false statement. And they wanted it strike. And the statement is, in December of 2012, Lil Durk was featured on a song called Wonderful Wayne and Jackie Boy. In the song, Banks raps about, it's effed up that I'd rather get revenge instead of millions. Told me they got an Addy, go. Got a location, go. Green light, go. Look on the news and see your son, you screaming, no. Punani, blank. Notably, following SR's murder on August 19th, bystander video captured Quando Rondo screaming, no, when he saw SR's body pulled from the escalator. Oh, Durk then tells the judge, judge, no, they lied on me. See, judge, they lied. The song was made before then. The prosecutor says, we know. All right? Semantics, Durk semantics. These people are slick, man. Lil Durk has failed to identify any false statements or information actually contained in the affidavit. Apparently recognizing this, Durk is the defendant, but Durk's attempts to manufacture a misrepresentation by citing to an allegation about the lyrics contained in a prior non-operative iteration of the indictment. But y'all use this to present it to the grand jury to get the indictment in the first place. You just can't say, well, that don't matter, right? We're not using that version of the indictment anymore. Cut it out, man. But they would also say, and here's where they begin to play games and gimmicks and semantics with Lil Durk. They says, listen, all right, but other than Lil Durk's claim, the warrant contained demonstrably false statements and omissions, the motion is devoid of evidence or facts that show the following. They go and say nothing about this allegation is false or misleading. Durk does not dispute that he was featured on that song. He don't dispute that the song was released 4 months after SR's murder. All right, defendant does not dispute his song explicitly referenced seeking revenge over profits and greenlighting violence after learning the location of arrivals, and defendant does not dispute the lyrics are similar to the publicized video of defendant.
Now they see you acting all crazy.
No, while watching deputies remove SR's dead body from a vehicle on the
Speak up.
Nor can he.
Millions of people are gonna see you acting crazy, kitty.
Factual allegation.
He's really a cool guy.
Everything
Tell him you're a cool guy.
In that excerpt is true. They didn't tell Lil Durk
Never mind.
that if he wrote the song before Quando Rondo's cousin was murdered, that don't mean anything. Because they never said he wrote it after the murder, and they never even implied that those lyrics were directly involved with Quando Rondo's cousin's murder.
Okay.
You see, they are playing some games right? They know that a grand jury or anybody with common sense will read that and fill in the blanks themselves. But because they didn't fill in the blanks, they're saying, what exactly did we lie about? Did you say those lyrics? Did Quando Rondo's cousin die? didn't Quantarano scream no, no? We didn't say that song had anything to do with this. We're just saying, you know, you have a propensity or whatever it's called, right? Right? You have a knack of calling hits on people, or you have a knack of rapping about calling hits on people and about seeking revenge. We never said those lyrics are directly involved with Quantarano's cousin. These people are slick, man.
Yeah.
They would then say, but even considering this true, the government could not have purposefully or recklessly omitted a fact it did not know. And even if this standard was met, it isn't. Defendant's argument also fails because it hinges on the premise that his lyrics are only relevant to the probable cause determination if he wrote them after Quantarano's cousin's murder, Lil Paz murder. Not so. Defendant's lyrics about ordering a hit and seeking revenge show defendant's modus operandi and cooperates, right? You know, the unindicted co-conspirator, which is to cooperate with this one account that defendant ordered and financed the Los Angeles murder as set forth in the affidavit. This is the second time the prosecution has been called with their pants down, and they find some type of new creative way, and the judge just keeps allowing them to get away with it.
Right.
Y'all remember in the first Lil Durk motion to dismiss, Lil Durk brought up the fact that the prosecutors played an edited fan video to the grand jury. And you know what that edited fan video was about?
What?
The edited fan video was actually of those lyrics they just referenced. Right? No, you on the news screaming, no. So the fans, they edited Quantarano screaming, no, as Lil Durk said that into his verse. And when that got edited into Lil Durk's verse, they played that for the grand jury. And they used that to get an indictment. Lil Durk said, hold on, that's unconstitutional.
Right.
Bro, they can't do that. That video is edited. That has nothing to do with Quantarano.
Right. See, where the prosecution messed up at, was that they should have took their information and those lyrics if they wanted to even use the song. They could have tried to say premeditated or whatever. They could have, but they could have found somebody to use that. But them going online and getting information. Who is y'all? Where he get locked up at? New York or Atlanta? It gotta be one of them two.
They said,
Yeah.
How come he's not addressing all the other evidence we got? This doesn't, that little instance, come on, Judge.
Yeah, that is weird, though.
That little instance. That little instance don't even carry any weight in this. No, these people. Man, listen, man.
Flacco don't know what he's talking about. Let me tell you what the prosecution is doing. They're trying to get Dirk to snitch on himself by saying that things that don't have nothing to involve the case is involved. So, for instance, right, I got this bottle of water. I know that I want to drink this bottle of water. But I know that if I sit this bottle of water too close to this remote and some water gets put on it, it won't work, right? So, say somebody else ended up doing that. And no, that ain't no good example. Damn. Let me try to give y'all a good example. Let me think. No, that is. So, let me say that somebody see me right here with this bottle of water and a remote. And, I leave with my bottle of water. Boom. Next thing you know, somebody come behind me with the bottle of water. And they spill their bottle of water. So, what we do is, what the next person will think is, who come in and catch it, they'll be like, oh, dang, who spilled the bottle of water on here? They don't think our boy did it. Or they don't think I did it. They don't think that I did it because they seen that I had a bottle of water right here. Even though it wasn't spilled, they still seen that I had a bottle of water right here. And when in all actuality, it was the other person. The remote being broken ain't got nothing to do with what they're doing with it. Yeah, it's similar, but it don't got nothing to do with it. So, in Dirk's case, yeah, his lyrics is similar to what happened with Quantarano. However, it happened before. So if they play it smart, they can't get premeditated.
It's cases like this that really makes you sit by and think, man, boy, I hate, man, boy, I hate the justice system.
I wouldn't. If I was Dirk, I would not have the justice right now because if you think about it, they showing evidence off of the internet. Even though, yeah, you know they do work a lot, but they're showing edited clips. And AI exists now. You can't tell what is and what ain't AI, but they could tell that video was clipped. So now every evidence that the prosecution comes with is gonna be what? We need backup. We need backup information about that. We need proof of that. Heck yeah, ain't nobody gonna believe nothing you're saying. You got false information already. There could be home in like I said an hour, a year or two.
Reina Ci! Reina Ci!
19.
Boom! DraftKings Casinos, the back.
It's things like this that really make you sit back and say, man, I hope I don't ever get in the crosshair of the justice system, bro. These people are ridiculous. These people are conniving. These people are crooks. They're going to find a way to get you if they want you, okay? Now, one of the most interesting things about this, though, they're treating Lil Durk's, like, murder case as if Lil Durk is, like a part of, like, the crime mob. So, I mean, like, they're requesting that the jury remains anonymous. That Lil Durk and them don't even get to see who the jury is, right, during trial. Now,
No, I'm not gonna lie.
Reserved.
That is very smart. And the reason being is because just in case Dirk can get niggas off like that, if he gets off and they lose, that makes you think he ain't going after the jury who tried to say he was guilty a little bit. You feel me? Ain't all of them gonna say he innocent and ain't all of them gonna say that I'm doing this right now because my nose itch. I don't give a fuck. But everybody ain't gonna say he innocent and everybody ain't gonna say he guilty. So, come on. That's smart. I'm not gonna lie. To me, that's smart. No, I don't want him to see me. He put hits out on people. What are you talking about?
If it's a trial, I don't know, for like a cartel boss. Like if Al Chapo is at trial, the jury is anonymous. You know why the jury's anonymous? Because Al Chapo got an international crime network that will get you murdered for playing or for voting him guilty. So,
What I just say?
like I said, they're trying to get an anonymous jury. It's like, huh?
You don't know.
What?
Do you not hear his charges?
Y'all think Lil Durk got that reach? Y'all think Lil Durk is really gonna murder the jury? Like y'all think Lil Durk?
Listen. Why? I don't understand why people don't think Dirk is nothing to this man. Listen. Do y'all know Dirk was fucking with Diddy? Do you know what type of fucking power Dirk has and then Diddy has? Dirk been messing with Diddy since he had the waves. And if you know Dirk, if you're a Dirk fan, I'm talking about before B.O.N. That's the Dirk I like. I stopped liking Dirk once I seen he had them locks. That was it for me. Not gonna lie. Them waves, that was real hoodster Dirk. That's in his heart Dirk. All that skinny, big-eyed, locked blonde hair with the Indian girl, that ain't him. That ain't. So, yeah, he been with Diddy for a minute. I don't know if he signed to him, but he been messing with him for a minute. And, yeah, man. Like, yeah, he got that plug.
Obviously, they don't think that. Obviously, they know there's a difference between Lil Durk and Al Chapo. They're doing this because they're playing whatever game they can play to create implicit bias when it comes to Lil Durk. If the jury is being told they're being held anonymous because their life is in danger, what do you think is going to happen? There's going to be implicit biases already built in from day one of trial. We got to hide our faces because this man is that dangerous? Of course he did it. This is not right, man. This is not cool at all, man.
Why Flacco just snitched like that?
In the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man?
Y'all let me know. Let me tell you.
Y'all think he did it?
Let me say this. Dirk. Sit down. Ever since he lost Vaughn, he ain't been right. He needs to sit down. Not in jail. He needs to be in the house with his wife and kids. Give him some, let him get off. But he needs to sit down. He just not mentally right. That's all he needs to do. Y'all, tomorrow will be on time. It's 2:06. I'm about to try to do me 5 content videos. And I love y'all, okay? Listen to this.